Hi, I'm Mitch from the Betfair Automation team, and in today's video I'll be running through a third-party software tool called BetAngel, which can be used to bet on the Betfair Exchange. A Betfair third-party tool is a piece of software created specifically to bet on the Betfair Exchange, designed and supported by an external software developer. These tools are many and numerous and must adhere to the strict security standards to be displayed in the Betfair app directory, which I'll show you a little bit later in the video. Why would I want to use a third-party tool? Well, there is a non-exhaustive list of 7 reasons why you would. Third-party tools have a number of benefits over manual betting through a desktop site or mobile app. Number 1 being customizability, where you can alter how information is displayed from the default 3 back and 3 lay boxes from the website in a way that suits you, including pre-calculated columns like weight of money. Tailored trading strategies also allow you to configure the software to match your approach. For example, you can set up rules to focus on certain markets, filter out specific odds, or apply conditional bets based on your criteria. 2, and the main one, automation. Some tools offer automation features that allow you to set predefined betting strategies, which can automate tasks like placing bets, adjusting stakes, or even hedging or trading out of bets to reduce exposure based on real-time conditions. Advanced third-party software like BetAngel can also support bots that can continuously monitor markets and execute trades on your behalf based on triggers such as odds movement, trading volume, or other criteria. This is particularly useful for high-frequency traders who need to react to market changes instantly. Some tools also allow for scheduled betting, meaning you can set a bet to be placed at a specific time or under certain conditions without manually doing it. This is helpful for strategies that require precise timing. 3. Advanced trading tools, like one-click betting or fast market access. These streamline the betting process, allowing for one-click betting or fast access to markets. This is useful for in-play racing, especially where timing is crucial. Advanced market analysis tools also provide more detailed market analysis features such as ladder interfaces, price charts, and indicators that are not available on the standard Betfair website. This helps traders and punters make more informed decisions. And cross-market trading also allows for advanced trading across multiple markets simultaneously. For example, you can set up a strategy that places bets in one market while hedging in another, which would be cumbersome to do manually. Be aware that commission is calculated on a per market level and you may be charged commission twice if doing something like this. Number 4, the enhanced data and reporting suites third-party tools offer enable faster and more customizable data feeds and in-depth reports and analytics on your betting history, profitability, and performance, enabling better decision-making for future strategies and for managing risk. Number 5, integration with tools like external APIs can assist you in bringing together seemingly disparate data sources to enhance your decision-making in real time, and many of these tools support integration with spreadsheets like Excel or Google Sheets, enabling you to track your betting history, create advanced models, and automate actions based on spreadsheet data, as I'll show you a little bit later. Number 6, professional level features. For high volume traders, third-party software can handle the scale more effectively. It might offer bulk betting, mass trading across numerous markets, or managing large bet volumes with ease, something that wouldn't be feasible using the desktop site or mobile app. These apps can also cater to specialized strategies like scalping, swing trading, or market making. This of course carries risk, so a high level of testing beforehand is recommended. And number 7, controlled risk management. Rules can be set up to automatically manage risk, such as by cashing out or hedging positions when certain thresholds are met, or inputting a stop loss or take profit rule to stop automations when certain loss or profit thresholds are reached. This helps in reducing human error and ensuring your strategies are executed even when you're not actively monitoring the market, and can also help remove the emotion from any decisions regarding your betting strategies. Alright, now that we've covered that, let's move into the actual part of the video where we cover BetAngel. If you've got any questions after the video, please feel free to reach out to us at automation@betfair.com.au. Thank you and enjoy.
Up here on the screen, we have the Betfair app directory. So this is a directory of all the different software tools available to use on the Betfair Exchange. So you see here we have the most popular ones being BF Bot Manager, Betting Assistant, Geeks Toy, Market Feeder Pro, as well as Wager Tool and Trader Line. There's a whole different range of ones you can filter depending on what you're looking to do. So if you're looking, for example, for a trading bot and you want to trade on horse racing, you can select using the filter and it will give you the different tools available. On the Automation Hub, here we have a small graphic where you can look at all the different features available in some of the more popular tools. Depending on what you're looking to do, you'll be able to make a selection based on that. Now today, our focus will be BetAngel here, so the one on the top line being one of the most popular tools available, and we'll go into some depth on how to install and use the tool. So now that we've discussed the third-party tools available for use on the Betfair Exchange, let's introduce ourselves to BetAngel. It is one of the oldest third-party tools available for use on the Betfair Exchange, with an amazing customer service team as well as a thriving forum community. So BetAngel has a number of different products. It has the professional version, the trader version, and the basic version. The basic version is great to get started with BetAngel. However, we do recommend going to the professional version. The professional version does have a limited free trial, which you can use to familiarize yourself with the product before committing to purchasing it. As you can see here, there's a YouTube video here from Peter Webb, the creator of BetAngel. It's the handsome gentleman there, and his voice is in a lot of recordings within the software. So it's a pretty cool software. So if you want to download it, the BetAngel professional version, so we have to just download it now and you can purchase the license. So this is the pricing for BetAngel. You can buy just single days if you just want to do a couple of days here and there, or you can do an annual payment. Now it does come with a 14-day free trial. If you would like to extend the free trial, reach out to us and we can have a quick chat about that. Now let's get started with the software. Alright, once you have downloaded and installed the BetAngel professional software, this is the screen you're greeted with when you first fire it up. So you put your username and password into the account if you've already registered a serial number or applied for a free trial. So if you haven't, you just need to select one of these. If you wish to register for a free trial, you'll get an email to your Betfair email account, or you want to enter a serial number if you've made a purchase. If you're logging in for the first time, it will take a few minutes for it to authenticate your account against the exchange to enable access on your account. However, once you've done this once, you won't need to do it again. There is a live mode and a practice mode. The practice mode does have delays applied to the data, so we do recommend using the live mode. If you do have two-factor authentication enabled on your account, you'll need to select the interactive login, which will bring up a window like this, where you'll be asked to just enter your Betfair login, and then it'll take you to the two-factor authentication. So we had that appear because we just did the X. So let's untick this interactive login and log in. So now that we've logged into BetAngel, we can see it's loaded up the desktop tab as the default with a few of the recent posts from the BetAngel forum. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see your account username and balance. Before we start using the software, we need to look at some of the important settings. Now, settings in BetAngel are loaded as profiles. So that means you can have different setting profiles depending on the activity you want to do at that time. Betting in play on horse racing will have different setting requirements to betting pre-play. So let's load up one of the existing profiles that I've got saved and look at some of the important features. The default stake is the one you want to get right first. So I've set the default stake at $1 with a maximum liability of $100. We look at the behavior. I've set confirm bets to off, which means there won't be a pop-up showing a bet confirmation message. This is really important if you're going to be betting in play or having any sort of automation. Now, once we've done this, we can save and go back to loading some markets. To load a market, we go in File and select Market. So I've got a pre-saved filter here. We go no filter. It shows you every single market that's available for you to bet on the exchange. So you've got rugby league, you've got horse racing, you've got Australian rules football. So let's go and have a look at some of the ways we can search. Right, we've got quick pick markets here. So what we can do with quick pick markets is we can set that to Oz horse racing only and go back here, and it brings up all of the Australian horse racing for the day. And indeed, all horse racing for Australia that's listed on the exchange up to now, which goes up until Saturday. But if we just want the markets for today, we need to do a filter, right? So we can go into here. The filter I've got set filters by market start time, so markets that are starting today. Filtering by event type, looking at horse racing only. Filtering by text. Now you could put in things that you want to have or not have. So I want to exclude the harness racing. So I'm going to go not pace and not trot. So these will exclude markets that have pace or trot in the market name. So let's filter by country. I want Australia only. And market type, I just want the win markets. There we go. Close that. So this is the filter that I've got preloaded, and it brings up the horse racing markets in Australia for today. So it brings up the card, as you can see, which mimics the website. So that brings up the races in order as they come down, or you can look at by meeting. So we can look at Pakenham today and bring up that market, or you can bring up one that's starting soon. So let's bring up the 3 o'clock at Kyneton and see what we can do with it. As you can see, the one-click screen, it brings up a lot of information about the market, including the runner name, number, the barrier number, your current position on the runner, as well as the blue and pink tiles as you would see on the website. Now what you can do in here is look at placing a bet. So we want to place a bet at an available price. We're going to use the one-click screen. We can press on the 11.5 here, and it will place a $1 bet on Celestial Harmony. And as you can see, our P&L has changed. So this means that if any other runner wins, we would lose $1. And if this runner, Celestial Harmony, wins, we win $10.50. And the same goes with placing lay bets. So a default stake will be $1. So if I place $1 on a certain runner, then this will affect my profit and loss. So I placed a $1 lay bet on Snappy Piero at $22. So if Snappy Piero wins, I lose $22 because of the additional $1 here on Celestial Harmony that I've backed. And if any other runner wins other than Celestial Harmony, I will break even. Alright, let's explore the ladder function in BetAngel. So if I click on this tab here, it brings up the ladder. Now this gives a lot of information about the market, visualizes it in a much easier format than you would find on the website. So the left-hand column brings up the current market profit and loss. The left-hand white column and the right-hand white column will display unmatched volume that we've got in the market. So currently we have no bets, so they're empty. The light blue column here shows the amount available to be matched at that price point. So here there is 447 to be matched at $2.28. And on the right-hand side in the pink column, it'll show us how much is available to lay. So you can see here the $2.44 is currently the middle of the spread, with the best available to lay at $2.46 and the best available to back at $2.42. This right-hand column shows the amount matched at a certain price point. So say here 0.4k means there's 400 be matched at $2.48. Now we can use the ladder to do one-click betting. So for example, if I click here on the blue, I'm going to place a bet at my default stake. So my default stake is $1, and you can see down below I have placed a $1 stake at $2.60, and it's now shown up here. I'm going to cancel all here. If I want to get matched, I will perhaps click somewhere down here at $2.26, but it got matched at the best available at $2.44. So now the column on the left-hand side has changed. So basically this shows how much I could make as a profit if I chose to green up at this point. If I greened up at say $2.70, I would make a loss of 10 cents because I'm laying higher than I backed. But if I managed to get a lay bet matched at $2.20, I would have a green up of 10 cents positive because I've laid lower than I've backed. Now you notice when I put a bet into the market, it defaults, as it does on the website, to cancel in play. So what we can do here is we can set all bets to keep, or we can take all bets to take SP depending on what we want to do. But I'm going to cancel all for the moment. And we'll go back here. Now something to look at will be the ladder settings. So if we go into the settings, bringing up the ladder settings editor, shows us the maximum number of ladders, the maximum number of rows of ladders. So we want to say 2 and 5. It'll bring us this many ladders. So 5 ladders in 2 rows is a maximum, and it will center upon the best available price automatically. Now if you don't want to have too many ladders, if it gets too confusing, we'll say we want to have 1 row of ladder with a maximum of 5 ladders. And obviously most of the volume will be available on the favorites, the runners with the shortest prices. So what we can do here automatically is reorder the selections by price, and it will give us the favorite on the left and then going up in price from left to right. So you can see here we've got 244 on this runner, 430 on this runner, 640, 680, and the next one here is around the $28 mark. So perhaps let's go and change this one to 4 ladders because we only want 4 ladders here. And that's the basics of the ladder function. You're able to set different presets back and lay. For a back bet here, I've placed a back bet of $3 into the market. So you can set it by runner. If you haven't set it directly, it'll default to this $1, which relates back to our default stake that we set back right at the beginning. So let's cancel all these bets. And that is the basic introduction to the ladder function. So now let's explore adding custom columns to your one-click screen. So you can see here we've got the one-click screen up with the weight of money in the middle and the total value of the back and lay here with your back to 3 levels and your lay to 3 levels. But let's say we want to add a custom column, like for example, we want to add what is the projected BSP. So we would need to go to our custom column selector, and we'll go to one of these custom columns here. So custom column 15, we'll just add that. It has a default setting, but we're going to change this one now. So we need to go into the editor. So this star here brings up the custom column editor. So we're going to find this custom column here, right? So if we want to display additional information about the runner, we will need to change the action we want the custom column to show. So we want to go to display additional information, and let's say we want to display the projected SP. Awesome. So let's now change the background color. So we want to, instead of a fixed one, let's have it a nice yellow color. All right. And then we're going to change this to projected BSP. And we will press save. So you can see what we've done here is change the column and it will show the projected BSP based on what's going on in the market. All right, let's close that. Now we want to try and change the width and length of the columns. So you have to do that in your settings file. So in the display section, you need to make sure that this is ticked, allow column resizing, otherwise you won't be able to adjust the column size. So we're just going to open that up a little bit so that projected displays as one nice word, and then we can just move it perhaps here and show it next to the runner. Now there's a huge range of different features you can do, and now I'll show you the screen that I've set up with all the additional information that I find useful about the market. So this one-click screen here is what I've set up here. So it brings the trainer and the jockey together next to the runner's name. So say if we want to group all of the horses or one trainer together, we can just do this sort using the trainer. So it brings these two Brendan McCarthy trained horses together. And now I've added the predicted BSP here, and I've added a color scale to it. So which means that runners with the lower BSP, predicted BSP, will have green, and higher will have red. So you can understand where the horses are in terms of favoritism. So say if I want to order by the stall draw, so the barrier number, so I have visualization of how the horses are starting the race, we'll have these here. So we can see that the horse in the highest number barrier, barrier 8, is the highest BSP, And the horse on the inside barrier, you've got 669 for the BSP. The favour is starting from barrier 5. Now I've also added the last traded price. We're quite far out from the jump, so most of the runners don't have any volume or traded prices yet, which is fine. Your minimum traded price and your maximum traded price I've added in as well. So see, only 2 runners have had any volume traded. I've also added the reduction factor, the volume weighted average price. It's sire and dam, which may or may not be useful depending on how you want to do your form, as well as the days since last run. So I've just abbreviated this to DSLR, and the form, so the form you would see on a standard form website. So you see beyond this horse here, Gypsy Julie number 7, had a 10th place finish in third last race, was scratched and finished 3rd in this last race. And the final thing I've added in here is this cancel back and lay button. So in the settings for back and lay, for the custom columns, what I've done is I've done an action here, cancel bets, right? Instead of the additional information, I've labeled it X lay, meaning cancel lay bets, and I've said cancel selections existing unmatched lay bets only, and I've done the opposite for back. Now the reason this could be useful is if you're also watching a live stream of the race and you can see that the horse is coming down the outside and you have unmatched lay bets, you want to cancel them as quickly as possible. Or you see a horse is over racing and then you think, oh, it's got no chance of winning, then I'm going to cancel all my back bets because I don't think it's going to win. So you can customize that very easily in the one-click screen. Now let's look at a feature of BetAngel called the chart feature. As you can see in the one-click screen, I've got this basketball market loaded up. But if we click on this icon here, it'll bring up the chart. So you can see we've got our selections, back and lay prices, last traded price, and a few other columns here, as well as our odds chart on the bottom. So you want to make sure the auto zoom is selected, and then you can see the odds movement for all the selections throughout this period of time. Now it only saves it for about a couple of minutes. As you can see, the odds on the left are disappearing as new odds are appearing on the right. So this is only sort of for a few minutes of game time. And also note that this chart will populate empty the first time you load it for this market. It only starts recording the odds once you open the chart. As you can see, there's a lot of volatility going through this market at the moment because of the game going through an overtime spell. So it's quite interesting to follow the odds here. Now let's look at the Dutching and bookmaking screens. So Dutching and bookmaking are both concepts used in betting and gambling, but they are opposite strategies. So Dutching is a method of betting on multiple outcomes in a single event, such a way that regardless of which outcome occurs, the punter can make the same profit. So Dutching involves placing all back bets into a market at different prices and stakes such that the outcome will be positive if all bets get matched. And the bookmaking, as what a bookmaker does, is the opposite, placing all lay bets into the market. So let's look at how they do it in BetAngel. So BetAngel for the Dutching feature outlines it places only back bets into the market. So let's back for a target profit of $20. You can back for a minimum stake or for a stake of set price. So when you want to set your prices, you can select back, which will put all back bets into the market at this price of 102%. Or you can put lay bets into the market, which would have a book of 97 or 98.4% here with a predicted profit of that. And it gives you all your stakes here. Or you can do it manually, so it sets what the current odds are and then you can adjust them up or down. So let's back with a stake of $100 total. So it splits up your stake into different size pieces at different prices based on what your total stake is. So we've set it at $100 and we've got the manual override here. So if you want to change one individual bet, then you just untick the all button and it will leave all these ones ticked. And let's just put these odds up to calculate a different bet for us. So let's say $4.30, $38, just a couple of ticks above for each runner, right? Cool, and then we've got $9.27 for our total profit. We can select on a margin maker, which will put the odds down if you think that one might lose. But for our purpose, we'll leave it unticked and go at $5. Cool. So that's going to get a predicted profit of $12.43, assuming all bets get matched. So let's place all the bets into the market and see how they go. So you can see we've got the 6 bets here. One of them just got matched on a star of Tavistock. The rest are still sitting there. So we'll go keep all bets, keep them all in play, and then perhaps they'll get matched in play. So now let's look at how we would use the bookmaking feature. So we've selected a different market, we'll go to bookmaking, and it says here we're only placing lay bets into the market. So we'll set our stake of $100 using the back prices this time because we are going lay bets, give us the right book percentage, assuming we all get matched, and we'll change it to manual and then untick the manual, and then we can adjust each runner's price up or down individually. So for lay bets, you want to aim for a lower odds match. So let's lower that down to $2.80, lower that down to, again, $2.80, $3.40, $6, and probably $50 or something like that. Gives us a target predicted profit of $15.18. So let's place all the bets. And again, we'll set to keep all. So hopefully they'll get matched in play. And you have it. There is the bookmaking feature. Check back later for the results. So let's look at the in-play trader. For horse racing, we click on this thing here. One thing to note before we start is that we've sorted this by total volume matched in the one-click screen. And now we've sorted this in-play trader to match that, and it won't change through the race. Pre-play, we recommend using price based on mouse position. Therefore, you can go all the way over here to back at a low price or a high price over here and right-click to lay. However, when the market goes in play, we recommend using the second best market price. If you use the best market price, you may not get matched between you placing the bet and it reaching the market. That price may have gone, so we recommend using the second best market price. And given how quickly things can move in play, you may not have time to be able to select the right price that you want, so you just need to look at what the market is doing. So as this race is about to begin, we can hopefully see what happens when it goes in play. And it's just gone in play. Perfect timing. So you can see this is ordered by matched volume and shouldn't really move much throughout the race unless positions change in the total traded volume. And you can see there's a bar going across the screen to denote the estimated progress of the race based on the distance as estimated by the software. So perhaps we are looking at the vision and we can go, all right, Able Willie looks like perhaps it's over racing, so we're going to go to the right and just lay, right? And it will go in at the second best market price, and you can see that our bet's been matched. Perhaps that Gold Revolver looks like it's going to come down the outside, or maybe Portray. Portray looks like it's doing pretty well, so let's put a couple of bets in on Portray. Oh no, Portray's not doing too well. We'll have to see how this race goes. Gold Revolver, perhaps we should have bet on it. It's come down the outside apparently and has won the race. So you can see what we've done here. We unfortunately lost $1 on Gold Revolver, but that's how the in-play trader works. If we go to this screen here, we can see what bets were matched. So we had 2 stakes of $1 each on Portray matched, and a lay bet on Ballroom Bella was also matched. Alright, now let's look at the concept of fill or kill bets. So in the name, fill means matched, kill means cancel. So the concept is a bet gets placed into the market and then is automatically cancelled if it is not matched. So we have set our delay to 5 seconds, meaning if our bet is not matched within 5 seconds, it will automatically be cancelled. This is easy to see in the ladder screen. So let's go to the ladder screen and let's order and make sure that we only have the 2 ladders to make things a bit more easy to understand. Alright, so we've got the favourite and the second favourite in this race here. Now if you watch here, I'll click and put a $1 bet in at $6.60, and it comes down here as unmatched with pending fill or kill. So we'll just wait and it should automatically be cancelled, and there it has. Now let's do offset bet with greening. Now this means if your bet is matched, it will automatically place a bet against your bet at a different price, such that if both get matched, then you're automatically locked in a profit. So let's turn off the fill or kill for this one. So we're going to go and place a bet here at $5.90 where there is some volume available to match. So let's place that bet, and then it's been matched, and we've automatically placed a lay bet at $5.80. You can see we're sitting in the market at $5.80, and we are having a stake of $1.02. So if it does get matched, we automatically have a profit on this selection. So we'll keep this bet in play and see if it gets matched and automatically greens up for us. When you've placed a bet, however, you need to know where you are in the queue, right? So the amount of money in the queue is matched from first in the market to the last. So if you put a bet in at $5.80 like we've done, it's going to go to the back of the queue. So let's figure out how we can actually see what position we are in the queue. So if we go to our BetAngel settings, we can look at the ladder settings. So ladder, we'll open the ladder settings editor, bring that up here. And now we can ask it to keep the estimated position in the queue column next to our ladder. Now this will only show the position for bets that you place before you load the ladder. So our bet we placed in here, we can't see what position we are in the queue. So if we go to the second selection here, we'll place a bet at $7, and we've automatically placed the lay bet. You can see the lay bet here at $1.03, 177 or 176 in the queue. That means the number of dollars ahead of us, not the number of bets ahead of us. And if you have more than one bet in the queue, it will show you the bet that is closest to the front. So you might have two bets at the same price point, you've placed at different times, and so therefore you might have two different positions in the queue. This will show you the minimum in the queue. You can see both their bets have been matched as the market went in play. Oh, actually only our first one that we set to keep went in play, and it didn't. We didn't set the other one to keep, so that bet has lapsed. So let's trade up on our profit. We'll trade on profit on Jackie's Made. There we go. If you want to green up on the whole market, essentially getting out of any positions, you can press this green button, this toggle, turn it on, and you click on any of these and you automatically trade out for the profit, which we have done here. So we've got a minimum profit of 9 cents on the market. If you do this close to the end of a race, you may not have all available volume, so some of the bets may not successfully place. Just keep in mind that if you are greening up towards the end of a race. But that's the introduction to how you green up and how you offset and how you place fill or kill bets. Alright, now let's look at BetAngel's Guardian feature. So it's this big G here. So we'll click on it, and it loads up the automation part of BetAngel. So you can see here today, we've loaded all our markets and they're in our list here. Now, let's walk through some of the settings on here. So you want to export reports on market closure, which means your bets will be logged in a nice Excel sheet for you. And you want to restrict the refresh. So especially for racing markets, there'll be basically no volume until the final few minutes before the jump. So we want to refresh only after this time, so 1200 seconds, which is 20 minutes. Perhaps that's even too far out from the jump. So let's reduce it to 5 minutes, so 300 and 300 after the start time.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Thank you, Peter, for that. So now we'll look at our rules file. We need to apply a rule file in order to have the bets changed automatically. So in our rules editor, we've got a take SP rule. Basically says it takes SP on all unmatched bets. We're going to trigger this at 5 seconds before the event starts until 3 minutes after the event starts, every 5 seconds up to 5 times. So we're going to apply that rule to all of our markets here. You can do it on a selection basis, but I'm just doing it on all unmatched bets. And then in here, In the markets section, obviously you add your BetAngel markets. You can remove suspended markets automatically. There's none here to remove. And you can change your refresh interval. But now the fun stuff, let's open our ratings spreadsheet. So this comes from a tutorial from the Automation Hub called BetAngel Pro Ratings Automation. On this page, you can download the spreadsheet that we're going to use today. And we've then used a CSV file we've downloaded from our harness racing predictions model. So we've got the spreadsheet here. Let's open the workbook. All right, so we've got the spreadsheet here, and we've loaded our ratings from our CSV file in here. In our settings, right, we say we're going to do back bets, placing back bets if the back market percentage is less than 110%, start placing bets 60 seconds before the scheduled jump, and bet to win or lose, laying $5 on each runner, so $5 on a back bet. And then we have our main screen here with some details and some commands in these cells here. If you want to look at them in a bit more detail, you can just expand the formula bar and it will show you what we've got here. So now we've got to connect it to BetAngel. So we want to auto bind the BetAngel sheet so it automatically change the markets for us, and then we'll auto clear the bindings once the market is closed. So let's connect. So you can see here we've only got one in an Excel sheet because we've restricted it to 5 minutes before the jump. So this is the only market, this Bathurst Race 8 is the only market to occur in the next 5 minutes. So you can see here that we have the market loaded up. It gives us our balance, and then it gives us the best 3 back and lay prices and the volumes available for these runners. And this is in pounds rather than Australian dollars. So, and then it gives me here the stake and the odds at which the bet will place once the rules are satisfied. So this will start placing bets 60 seconds before the scheduled jump. But you can see we're at 1 minute and 49 seconds for the scheduled jump, so we should see these bets being placed in the next 45 seconds. Some more information about what gives you the markets, gives you number of unmatched bets, match bets, total volume in the market, whether it's in play or not, suspended or not, when it was last suspended, last update, the start time, you can see here, and this sheet it's assigned to, and the automation rule we've got in place. So take SP if our bets are unmatched. So let's go back to our sheet here, and our bets should be about ready to place.
This event will start in 60 seconds.
As you can see, our bets have now been placed. Seven match bets, you can see on all runners, so our bet has been matched on every single runner in the market, and it gives us a P&L based on every single one in the market. And the rule is such that it will not place
This
more
event
than...
starts in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds.
Thank you, Peter. This rule will only place one bet per selection. You can get it to place more bets, however, but this is essentially how you would automate these ratings. Now, what I've done in the past...
10 seconds.
So we'll disconnect from a sheet here, and then we can go a bit more into detail. So if we go into the rating section, what you can do here is apply an overround yourself, apply a volume or another rule, and then just edit the cells in here. It's infinitely customizable being an Excel sheet, and you don't have to be an Excel whiz to work it out. But that's our introduction to automation using the BetAngel Guardian. Now let's look at how to create an automation rule with the BetAngel Guardian. We've done the Excel sheet, now let's just try to create an outright automation rule. So let's click on this market here, Chelsea versus Man United. We're going to create a rules file for the market. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a lay the draw rule. So we'll call it lay the draw. And we'll select our rule type as place a lay bet. Now most soccer matches or most sport matches don't have SP, so we're just going to place a lay bet. We're going to have it relative to the event start time, 1 minute before the event starts. We're going to trigger it once. And we're going to say row 3. Now for EPL, row 3 is always the draw for Betfair market, so we're going to go with row 3. Therefore, we can select the draw every time, no matter which market it is. And the home team will be row 1 and the away team will be row 2. So if you want to do a home team rule, you can do row 1, or an away team rule will be row 2. So our parameters, we're going to place it at the best market price, fixed amount of $5. I'm going to have one condition. So we're going to say that the number of unmatched bets condition, say the number of unmatched bets on the selection is less than 1. So we don't have any unmatched bets in the market. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply this rule, and we'll need to save it as lay the draw. And now we just need to apply the rule to the market. So we apply rules to all markets. That means now that 1 minute before the scheduled off time for each of these matches, we will place a $5 lay bet on the draw. And that's a basic intro as to how you create and apply an automation rule using the Guardian. Just to summarize what we've covered today, so we've covered the installation and login of BetAngel, settings, features and the one-click screen, ladders and charts, custom columns, greening up, offset bets, fill or kill bets, the in-play tool for horse racing, Dutching and bookmaking features, as well as Guardian automation using basic rules and Excel spreadsheets.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.